Hello friends, and welcome to Escaping the Mouse with your host, me, Breck Roll. Alright, if you recall on our last video, we spent the day cleaning up some branches and some stuff like that that was in one corner of the yard that I think Flash was using to hide in. That was, I think, part of the reason why I couldn't find her every night when I went looking for her. I think she'd found a place underneath there, and I was concerned that that was a little dangerous. So we removed all those branches last time, and while I was working on that project, it dawned on me this would be a perfect habitat just to kind of build the area up and turn it into a place that's really designed to cater to Flash's needs. So let's show you where we were. So this is how we kind of left things. Obviously that's going to be discarded. I want to get rid of a bunch of this wood because it's from the old planter that was replaced by these. I want to get rid of some of those concrete chunks that are back there. I want to get rid of those limestone blocks that are there. They aren't needed anymore. But we're going to try and use some of this stuff, maybe not the chair, but some of the flagstone, some of the good pieces that are left over to try and create some interesting little habitat areas for Flash. But like I said, first thing I got to do is get the stuff out of here that we don't want. So let's get rid of all this. I'm going to move it into the front yard by the trash cans, and that'll encourage me to put 1 or 2 blocks in every week with the trash, and we can slowly get rid of this. Alright, so I got all the limestone out of here and actually moved that into the front yard over there. Now what I've got is I've got a bunch of these pieces of the flagstone that used to be the patio before we put the concrete in, and a lot of that is just little chips and things like that versus, you know, pieces that are maybe a little bit larger like that. And so what I'm doing is kind of separating right now. If it's a nice big piece of flagstone, I'm putting it over here. If it's anything little or concrete or any of that shavings or any of that stuff in there, that's going in here, and it's going to go out in the front yard and eventually get disposed of. Alright, some time has passed now. I've got this whole area cleaned out with all the leaves and all the rocks and all the stuff we're going to get rid of. We had about 5 wheelbarrow loads of this kind of stuff, and we got that out of there. But we all got all the good stuff that I think I'm going to keep and use at some point to enhance this area and turn it more into a place that Flash will enjoy hanging out. I've even still got a few of these retaining wall bricks left over. You remember when I got those, I wanted like 400 of them or something like that, and they said, no, just take a whole pallet because we'll give you a whole pallet for what you want to pay for half a pallet. So I ended up with a lot of extras of these, and may end up using some of those too, maybe for the walls. Alright, so I built her this simple little hutch here. This is just made out of some of the stones that used to be bordering the walls that I repurposed for other things. I used a whole bunch of them over here on Flash's cave, and now I've got one here with just a big piece of flagstone on top of it. It's about 8 inches deep and probably about 16 inches wide, so that'll be enough for a hole for her to get in there. Plus the fact, sometimes when she's sleeping she likes to dig a little bit, and so she'll like paw at the ground. Well, this will be a little easier on her claws, and she won't end up wearing them down like she does when she claws in that thing that has a concrete floor. Next thing I think I want to do is I want to use some of these big giant flagstone pieces. These are once again pieces of the flagstone that became the base for my trailer platform, and I got a few of them over there on the slab, and I got a few little pieces here, and like I said, these are too little to be like walking stones or anything like that, but they're perfect size to build up to become walls for some sort of an enclosure. So I think I'm going to probably make something out of that, and we're going to probably put it right about here. And we'll probably have the out of the entrance facing that way, so that you know, that's the way in and out of that one. Don't want to have them all facing the same direction, right? That'd be boring. Alright, and then I built this one. This one's just kind of a whole different style. Basically, I'm just using the 2-inch pieces of flagstone as the walls, and then put a bunch of pieces on top, kind of staggered, to kind of cover up all the holes and hopefully keep the rain from coming in. This one's kind of special because you don't just go in. There's like a left turn that you can take in there and get further in, so so she can really kind of protect herself if she needs to. That's probably going to even better offer her better protection than probably anything else, because you know, no matter which way she's going now, which way the danger's coming, there's a brick wall between her and it. So this would probably be a good place to hang out in a storm, more so maybe even than that. But yeah, you're getting the whole idea here. I'm just kind of spreading everything around, turning this into something, like I said, that hopefully will attract Flash. I think I'm going to probably move her summer home, that thing over here, probably move that over to here. And then this will just kind of be her whole area. And like I said, I'll probably kind of cut back on mowing the lawn back here, because one of the things that she really likes is hiding in the grass. So, you know, since this isn't really an area that's going to be seen by most people, this would be a perfect place for that. So I think this is going to kind of be what the final product is going to look like, at least for now. We've got basically 4 different places for her to hide in. I've taken her stack of twigs that she was hiding under, and so I've hopefully provided her with a couple of things that'll provide her a little comfort to escape the heat, and maybe a safe and comfortable place to sleep at night. And we'll see what goes on in the future. Like I said, I may just kind of let this area grow and do whatever it does, and whatever takes off in here takes off in here. And if Flash likes to eat it, so be it. If she likes to hide in it, that's just as good too. Alright, so it's a couple of days later, and I think Flash is finally getting used to the fact that all those branches aren't her primary hiding place anymore. I've seen her in a couple of the things that I built for her, and right now she seems to be using the original cave a lot more than she used to. So that's a good thing. Like I said, she's safe in here, and that's what the key priority is. I couldn't always be sure that she was going to be safe under a twig pile, because it's very possible she could get into something that she wouldn't be able to get out of, and that could be a real problem, because she needs to be able to either move into warmer areas to warm her body up, or into cooler areas to cool her body down. And maybe it wouldn't be the end of the world if she got stuck in a cool area and couldn't get out, because she just kind of go into hibernation mode, and that would be fine. But if she got into a hot area and couldn't escape the heat, that could actually be lethal and a threat to her life. So I'm glad that she's using this. I've also seen her use one of the other caves that I built for her, and I'm happy that she's doing that, because like I said, the key priority is to keep her healthy and keep her safe, and she can do that now in these places. So I think that's all that I have for today. Thank you as always for watching, and I'll see you next time on Escaping the Mouse. Good night.